Okay, what are some points to be noted while answering questions in exam? Again, while answering questions in exam, there are a lot more things that we need to consider apart from having knowledge on the subject, right? So all these things taken together would ensure that we are writing properly all the answers and everything. Okay, so what are some of these points? What do you keep in mind while answering in exam? Any point that you ensure that you are doing? You want so many of exams you have appeared, right? What things do you keep in mind?
Ma'am, firstly, not to make mistakes on the OMR sheet.
Yes, correct. And
read the question paper before starting the answer, attending answers. Just to read the question paper thoroughly. So that it's easy for us to attend to which questions we know very well, which we should attend before.
Yes, correct.
And manage our time, like how many minutes for which question, how much. Time limit should be set for each question. The non-question should be written and then passed. So that it will take a lot of time for us to write the other questions.
Yes. So the kind of things that we are taking into consideration, that also depends a lot on what kind of an exam it is, right? Like the steps that you would take for your might be just an unit test would be a lot more different as compared to your semester examination, right? It also depends on how the exam is conducted. Is it OMR sheet questions? Like you said, you need to be very careful while filling the OMR sheet. Or is it objective type question? Is it short questions, essay type question? Depending on the pattern, also we need to be a little more careful. So first of all, we would read all the instructions carefully, right? Sometimes you might see that, okay, in OMR sheet questions, a lot of instructions would be given. If it's our first attempt, we need to read the instructions. We need to thorough about it. Even some time is also been given, right? That you go through the instructions, some 10 minutes time is given before starting of the exam, before question papers are being distributed. So if there are any guidelines, any instructions, you read that. If guidelines are already there given in the admit card, you should be reading from there only. These instructions will make it clear whether all questions are compulsory or you need to answer any questions, some questions, what is it, you would be very clear. Like in case of KSLU, previously it was like from every unit you need to answer. Then during COVID, they changed that thing. They said, okay, these are the questions, answer any 5. Answer any 5 short notes, answer any 5 long questions. But again, they are changing the pattern, right? So it's important that we read the instructions very carefully, whether it's about the question paper, about writing answers, how we should be writing, we need to read the instructions. Then, like you said, time management, we need to know how much time we are having, because we tend to write the first question with a lot of peace and slowly with good handwriting, and then there might be lack of time for the remaining questions. So we need to know how much time we can spend for each question. Also, we would need some time to read the question paper and complete all the formalities and everything. So that also takes time. Taking that into consideration, we should plan the things. Read the question carefully. Sometimes it might say that objective type question, it might say which of the following is not matching. We might miss that not thing, right? What are the advantages, disadvantages, differences? It might say this or that. We need to read it very carefully so that we know what they are asking and each and every part of the question we are answering. Sometimes one question may have 3-4 different parts also. There it becomes very clear that we know the question and then based on that we are answering. If they are asking for differences, we are actually writing the differences only. Choosing the best question, like you already mentioned, out of all the given questions, some answers you might be knowing properly. So it's very important that we answer the ones which we know the best. It's not that from first whatever is given we are simply answering. Decide on question order. How do you want to answer? That also you need to decide. There are some students who would say that, okay, I want to answer like a question, like in that proper sequence only. If I want to answer question number 1, that I will answer first. Then if I want to answer question number 4, I would answer that second. In proper sequence, I want to answer. Some students might say that, okay, I want to answer the questions which I know properly first. After that, the guesswork could go on. Someone might say that, no, I want to get done with my guesswork. After that, I want to peacefully write whatever I know best. So what is the order in which you want to write your answer? You should decide that previously only so that you know in what direction you should be going. Then structure of the answer is also very much important, right? Is it that you need to give some diagrams and stuff? Is it that you need to add some details, cases? What is it, right? Depending on the course you are pursuing, in that direction, you need to structure your answer. If they are asking for differences, are you straight away going to the differences, or how are you going? That ways you need to plan what you are going to write. Maybe in case of law exams, you might want to mention sections, articles, cases, and everything. And once you have done that, might be you would like to highlight the cases and also that it comes to notice of the examiner that you have mentioned these many cases and all those things, right? Whatever are the main topics, you might prefer to underline that also. So these things are nothing but part of structure of your answer as well. Attempt all the questions. If it is, they are saying that, okay, out of 20 questions, you need to attempt 10. In that case, you try to attempt all 10 questions, because just writing a lot for one question and then skipping remaining, that would not give you more marks, but attempting all questions is the best practice. Again, if it is like out of 20, only 10 should be answered, you should not by mistake attempt all the questions, because anyways, the remaining ones would not be checked. First 10 questions will be checked. So that also we need to keep in mind. And lastly, revise. By mistake, is it that we just read first page of the question paper and on the backside there were 2 questions that we by mistake left? That should not happen. So we should revise. We need to see that, okay, we have mentioned the proper question numberings and everything. Like, it's not practically possible to revise the entire answer sheet, but we should at least see that we have written all the answers. We have given the proper question numbering also. Maybe we have highlighted the cases and stuff. Those things we need to ensure, right, before submitting the answer sheet. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, before we continue, I wanted to inform you about my live mentorship program for LLB students or law aspirants. Law subjects and law topics need detailed clarity. We get that with the help of cases, examples, and detailed explanation. It's definitely not possible to include everything in these short videos. If you find my videos easy to understand and you are looking for some professional help in preparing for your examination, you can join my live mentorship program. Here you will be getting exam tips, answer writing skills, detailed notes that you can refer for your examination, cases, examples, and in a very easy way topics will be explained. I have live classes going on for a lot of subjects as of now. To know more about it, you can drop me a message on this WhatsApp number. I'm also helping a lot of students in writing their assignments. If you need any such help or for any queries, any suggestions, you can drop me a message on this WhatsApp number. And now let's continue with our video.